Today, I am joined by Dr.Doaa Alsamare. She will be sharing her and her daughter Nadine's inspirational story. Do I have your permission to post this episode of The Inspiration Show on social media? If so, may I proceed?
Yes, please.
Thank you. So, can you share with us Nadine's diagnosis and your story?
Sure. First, thank you, Alison, for this opportunity. It's an honor to be on the Inspiration Show. You inspire me with your episodes, and I hope that one day my daughters will be like you, trying to change the world for the better. For us, with Nadine, when I was 20 weeks pregnant, we supposed to have an anomaly scan, a scan that shows the baby, how is the health of the baby, the organs. And in that time, it was the first time, although I'm from a medical background, I am a dentist by profession. It was the first time that I have be face to face with a congenital heart defect. The doctor told me the baby's fine, but there is a problem with the heart. And from that time, I entered this world. He told me that my Nadine has a condition where it's called pulmonary atresia with intact septum, where the connection, if we study biology, the connection between the heart and the lung is basically does not exist. It's closed. And after birth, this condition will cause the baby will be born with a condition called half of the heart syndrome in the right side. And also there will be basically the main source that sends blood from the heart to the lungs is not there. So it's a very life-threatening condition. And he gave me all the possible outcome of this. It was for me, I'm 5 months pregnant, to know about my baby that we may lose her at any time. She will face many difficulties with this condition. She will need many surgeries to be able to live with half heart only. And also, even he gave me an estimation for her lifetime, for her expectancy. So it was for us a very difficult time for me and her father to hear all of that, to know my daughter future. So it was a very difficult time for us.
Yeah, that's unimaginable. But as someone who has medical training, how did it feel when you identified the possibility that an in utero surgery could save your daughter? Can you take us back to that moment when you recalled the scene from Grey's Anatomy?
Oh, that's the action that happened. Do you know Grey's Anatomy? How are you familiar with it?
Yes, I've watched it.
Yeah, so for me, I've been a fan since I was in school, in college, in high school. So it's my favorite show, but I never thought that my life will crossroads. For in that day, the same day that I got the diagnosis of my daughter, basically, as any mom, I cried for hours and hours. I went home. I was sitting on my bed. So suddenly I recalled the scene where Dr. Arizona and Dr. DeLuca and from Grey's Anatomy, they were doing a surgery for a baby when the mom is pregnant inside the womb. I don't know why did I remember it. I was crying. I was not thinking of Grey's Anatomy, but it came to me in that moment. And I was like, wait, they can do a surgery for babies in womb. Can they do that for my daughter condition? Is there such a possibility? In that time, I was living in a region where a surgery during pregnancy for the baby does not exist. It's a very new concept, and people are not familiar with it. So it was fictional for me until I did remember that scene, and I searched, and it was there. I called my husband, and I'm like, they can do this something, a surgery in womb to prevent half of the heart syndrome, which is amazing. Let's see if there's someone who will be able to help us where they can do that in the world.
And that takes us right to our next question.
Yes.
Once you found the hospital that was able to perform the procedure, you became in contact with Dr. James Stranick, and he said the words you wanted to hear. Those words were, "I can help your baby." So after traveling 7,000 miles, it was the beginning of a life-changing journey. Can you share with us your journey of meeting Dr. James Stranick and the medical team?
Yes, of course. That's from the time that we knew that there is a surgery in womb, a possibility somewhere in the world. We started contacting all the hospital, me and my husband, starting to find the hope. That's why we call Nadine Hope Journey, because there wasn't that dark time. There is a hope of this surgery that can help her. So we contacted hospitals. The surgery does not exist. It's very few in the world. It's in very few places. And it took so long time. There's a very short window to do that surgery to save the baby. And it was very difficult. We did not sleep for 2 days. And then we found the research. And in the research, there's an email of
Wow.
a doctor, Dr. Amy Armstrong. And my husband, I was like too confused by contacting many hospitals. My husband came, like, contact Dr. Amy, contact her. Who contacted her? And then 2 days later, we received an email from Dr. James Stranick. Dr. James Stranick in Rainbow Babies and Children Hospital in Cleveland.
I know.
And then he said, I need a clear pictures of your daughter in order to be able to see if I can help her or not. Let me take this. And he said, I will help your baby. And no, sorry. After receiving the pictures, we received the email from Dr. James that I can help your baby. And it was the best thing I ever heard in my life. Like, there is a hope for her, that they can do a surgery in the womb to prevent that condition, the life-threatening condition. Me and my husband, with the support of our family, we did that in crazy journey, 7,000 miles across the world while I'm pregnant. My daughter was 3 years old, and we did that from Dubai to Cleveland in a matter of weeks. And we went there, and they made us feel like family. Dr. James and the whole team in Cleveland, in Rainbow Babies and Children Hospital, Dr. Amy Armstrong, Dr. Ragsdale, all of them, like the whole team. We were afraid, we were alone, we were like, we want to save our daughter, but they were there, like, made us feel like family. They care about us. It was amazing, amazing feeling.
Wow, that's amazing. So after a long trip to Cleveland from Dubai, you had made it into the operating room led by Dr. James Stranick, Dr. Amy Armstrong, and OBGYN Dr. Ellie Ragsdale, and 15 others. That's the moment when history was made. What was the procedure experience like for you, as it didn't go as planned on the first try?
Well, of course, Alison, you follow us in our journey, and you know the videos, it's all there. Being in that theater, it's like an out-of-body experience. Like, your baby is there. They need to reach her in a lifetime opportunity. They need to go to the heart of a 6 months baby in womb. It's like this size, and they have to put a hair needle like inside the abdomen to the womb to the heart to open that connection between the heart and lung to save her life. And it was like I was awake. They were half anesthesia, and I was seeing in the screen her heart, all the blood going in the wrong direction, and they were trying to go and reach her heart. But Nadine was dancing. She was they needed her to be in a position to be able to reach the heart, but she was dancing all the time. Whenever they tried to make her sleep, she changed position. So I was like, I have to move. They closed the anesthesia. I have to squat. I have to move around the theater for her to change position. And whenever they tried to enter, she moves again. It was crazy. The doctors were so tired, and after hours of trying, they said, "We will call it off for the day." I was so sad because if we keep going, like we have made it across the world, and we cannot do it, this opportunity, at least to give her this chance, it was very stressful. Me and my husband, it was a very tough time for us. And then, but the doctors were like, we have to do it, we have to go. So the second day, we went there. They started first trial, she did the same, she moved. The second time, Dr. James and Dr. Raxdale, when she tried to move, when she was in the right position, she tried. Dr. James and Dr. Raxdale, they literally hold my abdomen, preventing her from moving. And Dr. James, I remember he's saying, "No, baby, no, don't move." I was like, the doctor. And they stabilized her in that place and they give her the needle. She slept. And immediately I have seen the best, like an action movie, seeing that needle going in the screen inside the abdomen to her heart and opening that connection. And the blood is going in the right places.
Wow.
Oh yeah, the whole screen were like the theater, the doctors, everybody was screaming from happiness, and I was crying like as any mother.
That's amazing. That is quite the undescribable moment.
Yeah, to see her, like her life is, she has a chance, a big chance. And from that moment, we went back to Dubai after that 22 hours of travel, and doctors there, they have seen, oh my God, this is a miracle.
Yeah.
That her heart started growing. The half of the heart syndrome is prevented. So her heart almost grew 80% normal,
Oh, wow.
which is considered a miracle in her condition. She was born, but when she was born, she had the most, like Nadine, she is always like a fighter. She had the most complicated thing, which is like the opening closed again exactly as birth. So she have her heart growth, but the connection between the heart and lungs is closed again. And that make her also critical. So the doctor in Al Jalila Hospital in Dubai, they were ready for that miracle baby. They were like, we have to save her. They knew how this is a rare case. So in the second day, they tried to do it minimally to open that connection between the heart and the lung. Didn't work. But on the third day, they did an open heart surgery. So she had her third surgery when she's 3 days old. Third heart surgery, yeah. And she survived. And seeing her again going out with the team, like 20 doctors, and she's like this on a big bed, surviving another surgery, another heart surgery. It's like she's a miracle, a warrior. That's why they call them heart warrior. And because of the doctors, what they have seen in that in-womb surgery, they started telling people like there is in-womb intervention for people who may need it, because 1 in every 100 baby has a heart defect. Some of them will need an in-womb utero. They need to know about it. Maybe they have an option to prevent this condition. So they started saving baby's life before she was like born. And that's why we called her Nadine, which is hope.
And there she is. Hi, Nadine.
Hi.
It's me.
That's me. That's my eldest. She was our third warrior. She is with us on all the journey.
You are
Her
all
baby.
inspirations.
Thank you, Alison.
So on Good Morning America, you got the honor to meet and speak with Giacomo Giornati, who plays Dr. DeLuca on Grey's Anatomy, who was in that very scene. What was it like to speak with him and share your story with him?
That happened when we started sharing on social media our story. And one day we wanted to give awareness for congenital heart disease. and for surgeries in womb, and for people to know about Nadine's story to help save other lives. So one day we got invited to Good Morning America. We did not expect it. So, and they told us someone wants to say hi.
I love Good Morning America.
Yes. So, and that's it. We call him Dr. DeLuca. And he was there and he was so happy because his scene helped us find that surgery. And he is also Canadian. Also, we are new Canadians. So it was a great, wholesome moment for all of us. And he was so happy about Nadine and how she is doing now.
Yeah, it's amazing. So can you give us an update on how Nadine is doing now?
Well, you can see her. She had one. She had one surprise when she was 1 year old. She had another condition, which is a craniosynostosis, a surgery. She needed a surgery in the head, and a lot of heart warriors have other conditions. So other than that, she needed the fourth surgery by her first birthday. But since she's 2, we're doing great. We are no medicine. She's only being monitored by the doctors in the hospital. And she's doing awesome, inspiring other babies. And we have with her story, we are trying to help save other heart warriors.
Mommy, a 6-year-old girl is fine.
That's Lean, yes.
You are all inspiring so much.
You are inspiring, Alison. We love you so much.
And I love you guys so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining me on the Inspiration Show. I'm so inspired by you and Nadine and your family. It was an honor to speak with you.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to speak with you. And thank you so much for bringing awareness for heart warriors.
Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye. So can you tell us about the Hearts of Hope?
The Hearts of Hope initiative, it's something that we started in honor of Nadine's story to help save other heart warriors like her. You know, February is the Heart Month, and it's the time for congenital heart disease awareness. And so we thank you for bringing awareness during February. This initiative is to help provide medical treatments for 10 heart babies who's born like Nadine, critical and need heart surgeries in order to live. We chose the same foundation, Al Jalila Foundation, who supported us during when Nadine was born. And it's very important, like we are asking people around the world to share their videos of hope and spread the word about congenital heart disease. And for people who can donate and help provide this life-saving treatments for heart babies, it's amazing if we can do that together.
That is absolutely amazing.
Thank you so much.